You have some colorful tattoos.
Yes.
What is that one? A bunny?
Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Thanks.
What one's your favorite?
Probably this one, yeah.
Where do you get your work done at?
Tony Carrera. He is a shop pen and ink down on Harvard. Kind of by that Ty's Hamburgers place.
Oh, yeah.
He's amazing.
Oh, yeah, I know that place. That's not a bad burger. Nice, greasy, nasty burger. What's that place over at, like, Freddy's? Have you guys been to Freddy's?
Steakhouse?
No, the burger place.
Oh, yeah, I have.
I always think it
just said
smells
steak.
like the fair when you walk in. It's just like, where's the corn dog?
Yeah, where's my cheese on a stick?
Right? They had pig balls this year.
At the fair?
Yeah.
Did you eat them?
No.
I
I was asking the girl I was with, I was like, what the fuck are those things? And like, because it had some strange name. And she's like, it's actually pig balls. And I was like,
they
well,
fry
why'd
'em?
they give it a different name? Why didn't they call it pig balls?
Nobody would order them, probably.
Right?
Did they deep fry them in the scrotum? I don't know. I had to say it. I just don't know why I thought
They
that.
deep fry him in the scrotum. What?
So gross. I don't know. All that. Have you ever eaten any kind of animal's ball? I haven't. To me, it's just gross. I'm thinking, why not make it grosser by frying it in the actual scrotum? I don't know.
God.
Sorry.
Fry him in the sack.
Yeah.
Like 6 sacks of balls. Deep fried.
With a side of mayo.
Extra crispy.
We're not right. Sorry. That caused
tell me how this
an awkward
is,
moment.
This one's going to go.
No, not at
We
all.
start off goofy. It's going to end up goofy.
They all end up goofy.
I'm not even goofy. Have you heard any of them, Kylie?
No.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah. They're very entertaining.
I'll have to go back and listen.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing it?
A few months now, almost 3 months.
This is our
done-
13th episode? 12th.
This is 13th
13th,
episode.
yeah.
Yeah, this will be
Lucky
13.
13?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I have a...
Oh, nice.
Oh, well, fuck yeah.
See, it's meant to be.
Yeah.
We finally got together and
We'll have to take
Numbers
a photo
right.
of that. And
Yeah,
make
we
that
need I know.
Yeah.
I know where you're going with that.
Yeah. I'm done.
I was with you. I'm like, let's do it.
I'm glad we're on the same page tonight.
Always.
You know, balls, photos.
Balls, gross, photos, and 13.
Wow. I'm already speechless. Turn me up a little bit.
Well, let's keep it that way. That cracked me up. Obviously.
Oh, and you're getting married soon, right?
Yeah, the last Sunday in May.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah,
You
that'll
have
be here
everything
before you know
planned
it.
out.
Not really.
No, yeah.
Are you doing it here in town?
Yeah, we're just gonna go to the courthouse and then just have like a reception.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Very cool.
So yeah, I don't want to mess with the wedding stuff. That's just
No, it's not worth it.
I just keep seeing these girls from my salon just going through it, and they're just like stressed out, and it's just doesn't seem worth it to me.
Yeah.
It's definitely not worth the expense, the stress,
Nah. So we're just gonna get it over with and then just have a party.
good way to do it.
I think that's the best way to do it. Mm-hmm. Start spending all that money and
I know.
getting silly with it.
We were talking about that today. Christina said Jordy asked her to be her maid of honor, and then she took
Pip's
it back and then
producing.
said, that cat.
Am I mute? No. What happened?
I don't know. I can't hear what it's weird.
Whoa. Hello?
I can't hear my
Hello?
back. That cat likes to work the soundboard.
Right? Who muted me yesterday?
That was Hitchens.
That was Hitchens?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're-
He was
between
just
the
like,
two of
fuck
them.
you. You can't talk.
Yeah, so she asked Christina to be her maid of honor. Then she took it back and said, "Will you be my matron of honor?" Because she kept adding people to the bridal party.
Who?
Jordy, I don't know. I don't know her.
No.
I don't really know her that well either, but
I do.
yeah. So that's why I was telling the story. But anyway, so she's talking about how expensive it's getting, and already.
Yeah.
Why make it bigger than you need to? It's not necessary.
And she probably just feels like there's a whole lot of people that she needs to invite, and she's not. And
Yeah, that's what gets crazy about it. And then you just spend a ton of money. You keep adding people because you think, oh, I gotta bring them.
Yeah. You don't want to leave anyone out.
Right. Because no one
say
wants to
fuck 'em.
miss your wedding, you know?
Right.
I wish I could miss every wedding.
That's why you're doing it right, you know?
Yeah.
We've all been there. We're like, oh, man, we gotta go to the wedding.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'd rather just go to the celebration of the event after, you know, and
Yeah.
not have to.
No one wants to sit through vows and
I think it all depends on who it is. There's some people I would want to, but there's some I'm just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
nah,
Yeah.
I don't need to be there.
Right.
My mom always thought that I would just show up at the house one day and be married.
I can see that.
You
Yeah.
probably will.
Yeah.
But she's like, fuck, when I was engaged, like at one point I was talking about just going to the courthouse and just getting it over with. So she's like, well, can I please go to the courthouse with you? Mom, just breathe. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, moms get a little out of control with that stuff.
Yeah, they tend to, don't they? Yeah, all right.
Well,
Is your head volume okay and everything?
oh yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try to get through this. I woke up sick today, so I'm kind of like
I'm starting to
lightheaded.
feel a little weird too, and I'm hoping it's just being tired. But everybody's got something going on right now.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like
My
4 or
mom's really
5
sick
things
right now.
going around
Yeah.
right now.
There are. Yeah, my mom had flu-like symptoms. We got tested, and it wasn't. And then my dad had some bronchial thing. It's just all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah, I had more of the bronchitis
Oh,
thing.
you did have some. Yeah.
But then, and then like today at work, like my aunt and her son were both like, I feel like I'm going to puke. And I was
Ugh.
like, oh, I'm glad I didn't get that part of it.
Yeah, 30 minutes into my visit with Tamara, she said, oh, I woke up throwing up this morning. I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Why didn't you tell me that? You know how I feel about that. I don't like to be around people that are sick, and knowingly so. So I had to wash my hands, and now they're all dry, like 300 times. I will not throw up, period, ever. It's never going to happen. I refuse to.
Famous
I'm not going to let it
last
happen.
words.
I swear it won't happen.
Have you ever done it?
So, I think the last time was when I was 13. Seriously.
That was the last time you threw up?
Yeah, I won't do it. It's mind over matter to me. I just can't do it. It's horrible.
Damn.
I know.
Yeah, if I like eat too much food and start coughing, I'll barf. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
I don't put myself in situations like that.
Man,
Yeah,
I went to fucking Taco Don's one time, and I got the lengua quesadilla, like the tongue.
Yeah.
And it was actually really good. I don't like the texture so much. It tastes really good. And I ate the fuck out of it, and then was smoking some weed in my car, driving down Peoria, and start coughing. And that was the end of it. Is like the tongue all came back out, and like it was all over my lap. And I'm trying to
Oh,
lean out the
man.
door, or out the window, but I can't because I'm driving. And
You're just barfing in your lap in the car.
yeah, all down the side of the door, and like
man.
on my lap, and yeah.
Wow.
That's a bad day.
That's you'll never eat a tongue again, I'm sure.
I haven't yet, but I don't know. Maybe we'll see. It hasn't really come up again. It's not an
No pun
option at a lot of
intended.
places. It's not really a big option at a lot of spots. So is that bucket really? Did that come full of Patron?
No. It
God.
was just a giveaway thing.
That'd be a good party.
Mm-hmm.
No, it would not.
We get in the beginning and horrible, like halfway through.
You guys are on a roll tonight.
I know. I'm feeling good.
Good. You have to make up for me. I'm probably gonna just be quiet. Just kidding.
I like your
Oh.
orange dots.
Thanks.
It's like you got a ticket and had a hole punch.
Just lost my mind with it.
Yeah, you just-
Yeah, I got something to do all day at work. I've been at work. That's why I look like this.
that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good day at work. You covered for Sean.
Yeah.
It still blows my mind.
It was a long day. I'll tell you that.
Speaking of DUIs, we have a friend who just got her 4th DUI in 2 years.
Yeah.
Dang.
It's not good.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
Really, I mean, stupidly, just.
She just got her anklet off Monday, and then she got pulled over for DUI Saturday.
Drank half a bottle of wine and went to get a burger at Whataburger.
Yeah.
Got pulled over. I mean, it could happen to any one of us, obviously, but
Oh, yeah.
but just the odds of it just sucks, I mean,
Is she a bad driver?
Yes.
On top
In
of-
general, sober, yes. She drives like a maniac.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So there's that. You know, I thought about that too because I have ridden with her and I'm like clutching. And I'm not scared of most drivers because I'm a pretty, you know,
I've never ridden with her, actually.
I've never ridden with her. Yeah.
don't. You'll be scared.
Obviously not.
Yeah.
Does she not have the thing that you have to blow in to start it?
No. And I don't know how she got around that because that was one of the things she got charged with this time for not having it. So I don't know.
Maybe she was supposed to and she didn't.
I don't know how they don't check that though, going through the program that she was. I don't know.
I don't
That's
know
an
either.
interesting question. But maybe the ankle bracelet crossed that out. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Because that picks up even rubbing alcohol. You can't use anything. You can't use scope. You can't
Yeah.
do, you know, anything with any kind of alcohol in it, which is, that would be, I wouldn't even have time to figure that out.
Dang.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
really, it's alcohols
Right.
and everything. You can't use hand sanitizer.
And
Just
then
random shit you would
now
never think
it's
of
like
to
you
set
have
your
to,
bracelet off.
You have to blow like every 15 minutes that you're driving. or
Which I
something.
think is
You have
also
to-
dangerous.
Right?
Like, hold on. You know,
Right?
like I'm already trying to smoke, text, and shift gears. How am I going to do this too?
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure. Add one more thing to my task list while I'm driving.
Wow.
I'm sure. I was joking, by the way.
No, she wasn't.
I really wasn't.
All right. Well, let's get this thing going.
All right.
Instead of just talking about throw up and DUIs. Jesus Christ.
But those are more.
What?
Okay,
Huh?
fine.
What was that?
Fine.
Huh?
Yeah.
Keep talking.
You're going to bring us in, Justin?
Sure. I'm going to use my low voice tonight. 'cause
Oh,
being sick.
fancy.
Yeah. All right. Welcome back to the Bassline podcast. This week we have Kylie. Thanks for coming in, Kylie.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So what you been up to lately? Playing Panic and what else?
Circus, first 3 Saturdays, Dust Bowl every Friday, and then just picking up gigs here and there through the week, just depending on the week, really.
Nice. How many shows are you doing a month now then? Roughly.
Every Friday, Saturday, sometimes a Thursday, sometimes Tuesdays, sometimes Wednesdays.
Nice.
Oh, that's quite a bit.
Yeah. Keeping yourself busy.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great, though. I mean,
Yeah, it just sometimes gets a little exhausting.
Yeah.
I
Then
can
the-
imagine.
Yeah.
See, I'd always be afraid to work that much just because it would, you know, doing it so much almost becomes more of a job and a chore than doing something you love. Do you find that?
Only if I end up playing like the same things every time. But luckily, like each gig is something different. Like Dust Bowl, it's like literally whatever, anything I want. And then Saturdays at Circus is normally more like EDM, like super broad variety of all kinds of dance music. And then like if I do a Thursday, it's usually like the Turned Up at Yeti, and that's pretty much like I do whatever I want. So
Nice.
it's fun. It keeps it pretty exciting, actually.
There you go.
That's good.
What's your favorite stuff to play when you do whatever you want?
It literally depends on what mood I'm in.
Right on.
That makes sense.
Yes.
Well, what all styles do you play? I mean, I know I've heard you play quite a few, but
I literally played just about everything. Like, I've even had to play country recently.
really?
Does that
Only
pay
because
well?
they literally threw $60 in my face and were like, play some Garth Brooks. And I said, okay, yes, I will.
I can be bought.
Yeah, I'm like,
I
I'll
get that.
take $60
kidding.
to play 2 country songs. I'll take that.
Heck
all
yeah.
day long.
Yeah.
So yeah, I literally will. I have pretty much anything in my music.
Did you already have Garth Brooks? Or did you have to like
it's
download it
weirdly
right
enough, I
then?
did have a remix of the what's the one, Friends in Low Places.
Oh, nice.
Right on.
Yeah. If you ever want to know how to get a bar to sing along at the same time, that's the song to play.
That's true.
Yeah, that's very
I
true.
believe that.
I went
there.
to school in Stillwater, you know, where he's from, so that was always a thing.
Oh yeah, you know.
Yeah, we sang it quite a bit.
We were walking down the streets of New Orleans and I heard that song. I was like, really?
You can't escape it.
Really?
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
It's like the country version of "Don't Stop Believin'."
right.
Right.
Yes.
True. That's a good
Kind of like a
point.
country anthem.
Mm-hmm. That everyone knows.
I didn't even
Oh,
know
yeah.
it was Garth Brooks. I just knew it, the song.
Mm.
That surprises me.
How would I know that's Garth Brooks?
I don't know.
I don't know, it's just the popularity
I
of
don't
the
know
song.
how you guys know that.
Because it's just everywhere. And you always hear that.
It's an Oklahoma thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Maybe I'm not Oklahoman enough.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'll work on it.
Study his catalog, get back to us.
Yeah.
So where was this where they asked you to play that?
Dust Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
It was pretty early in the evening, and they're older, and they were wearing cowboy hats and cowboy boots. I think they were in town for some rodeo. They were very wealthy. And then, yeah.
Yeah.
They
So,
train horses.
yeah. Giving me money.
That's good.
Yeah, no kidding.
You've been playing around in the scene here for a long time now. How long's it been?
I started in like late 99, but I was only doing like raves, like straight up like rave warehouse house parties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I did that for like 5 years before I started doing like actual club DJing.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What got you started?
I forgot what I think it's called the Shrine now. But back in the day, I think it was called the Venue. And me and my friend Robbo were throwing a party there. And the people that just bought, it was at the time Rehab Lounge or something before that. And the owners happened to come over and see me DJing, and then they kept showing up for a couple of weeks. And then they finally were like, you should come DJ for us. And I was like, I don't think so. I was like, I don't think I can ever really be a club DJ. Because I just I don't think I could handle people telling me what to do or making requests. And I was like, I don't think I could do it. And then next week, this guy named Bianca came up to me and was like, you should just do it. They pay really well. And I was like, I don't know. I'll give it a shot. And it turned out really, really well. And they started paying me a lot of money to show up 3 times a week.
Nice.
So I started learning real fast.
Yeah. Just kind of got trial by fire there, huh?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
What's the big difference between a club DJ and a rave DJ?
Rave, well, like when I started out, it was like we were still playing records. So if you're doing a rave, you had to have like your set together. So you'd have to just dig for records and put like a set of like an hour to an hour and a half together. And then you go play your rave and you have like your set, or you'll have records and kind of play off the crowd, just depending. But it was just like pretty much all underground dance music.
Right
A
on.
lot of house and trance back in those days, too.
I used to play like real hard drum and bass real hard, and
Nice.
I started out playing booty house, like really dirty booty house.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the difference of playing the clubs is you have to play a different style. A lot of it does come down to like the top 40 and stuff like that too. Just because most people going into those venues, that's what they want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
You can, you have obviously freedom to play insert the stuff you want to, but it's a different style. Getting down to just the house and trance and drum and bass and stuff.
Oh yeah, like Dust Bowl is definitely like they definitely want to hear the top 40, but they also want to hear just old party stuff or 80s, 90s with
True.
new stuff. So it's kind of fun to throw old stuff with new stuff there, and it's pretty well received.
Yeah.
Where do you set up there? Is it?
I just use like equipment wise
Oh, I mean, it's just in the Dust Bowl. Where do you play when you're there? It's just,
Oh,
I'm
like-
trying to picture.
On the
the-
lanes.
on the end of the
Yeah.
bar, like behind that. Well, I actually have to have a liquor license to DJ there because I'm behind the bar.
Oh,
like, On
really?
the very end, yeah.
Oh,
Isn't it like the bar goes across
It
the
goes
front
around-
and then it
yeah,
curves?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like on the
You're on
very,
the end.
very end. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
It's got like my own little area.
When it's nice out, do you play outdoors?
I just
I've
stay
only
inside.
seen them. I've only been to one. Well, they had one show outside.
They did.
Right,
I don't
but
have.
think
I don't
they-
have my own sound system, or if I did, I would. But
Yeah.
and that's kind of a hassle doing it by yourself too.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
No, and I think a lot of the times the shows that have been done out there have been, like This Land at their birthdays out
There's
there and
random
like other
things,
stuff.
yeah.
Right.
Just kind of
They've
rented
got
out.
a great
and did it.
outdoor area, but
It really is, yeah.
yeah.
It's a lot of fun. But I've run sound down there. It's difficult too.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like the miniature houses.
I always get in them every time I'm there.
I can't help but
I
get
can't
in
either.
It. Yeah.
I have so many photos in there.
Well, you get in dog crates too, so.
I do. Guilty as charged. Any small space, I will work my way into it.
Oh man.
I'm just gonna let that one go.
Thank you. I didn't mean it like that.
Right.
Wow. They're always in the gutter, so we got to watch out for them. So you started out playing vinyl, and what did you use then? Did you?
Like I started out on, I still have turntables, but I just, started out on turntables, vinyl, the whole rig.
Yeah.
Yeah, for years and years. Like I've only been digital for maybe 6 years.
Okay.
How did the transition work for you? Was it?
It was funky and weird and just felt like super unnatural. But then it's like it comes down to like the convenience part, and now it's like I can do stuff I could never have done with vinyl.
Right.
Like I've just gotten real heavy into doing a lot of sample based stuff. It's just crazy all the stuff you can do now.
Yeah.
So it just makes it a lot more fun.
That's cool.
What's your setup right now? What are you using?
I use one CDJ, Pioneer DJ, I think it's like a 900, where it's just totally, you can MIDI map the entire thing.
Right.
And then an Akai MPD 26.
Okay.
So, and I use Serato.
Okay.
What's the something 26? I don't know what that is.
It's like a MIDI.
Controller.
You got like your
okay.
pads and your levers, your volumes, and your knobs, and you can pretty much do like your effects or your sample banks or all kinds of stuff.
But you actually have to assign all of it, right?
Yeah, you have to map it all out.
Right on. It's a bunch of
Interesting,
buttons and knobs, and you get to make anything out of any of them.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, sounds like it.
It's a lot of opportunities because you just assign things in the software to each knob. So when
Okay,
you,
yeah, that's cool.
and you can make
yeah.
it whatever you want to. So
Yeah.
Yes.
a lot of opportunities there. And so Panic is how old now?
5.
Going on 6?
Yeah, we'll have our 6th year. Yeah. Like in next year, April or May.
Nice.
6 years. Yeah, crazy.
We should have asked Don when we had him in, but how did the whole Panic thing get started with you guys?
Circus had been open for a couple of months before. And like I guess some DJs that they had just like kind of weren't really working out with what they were wanting to go for. And I think Jules and Jack and Don came up with a party that they've thrown parties back in the day and were like very, very successful. And then kind of took a break, and then they were like, this venue's come along, they're pretty cool, the owners are awesome. You know, Tom and Andy used to throw D-Fest, which is like a huge, huge success. So it's like they're legitimately cool people to work for. So they kind of got this opportunity to throw a party, and they were like, hey, we want you to be a part of it. And I was like, all right. And we kind of started out, I think like the first 3 months were like really, really terrible.
Yeah.
And then people started showing up, and then a year later it was like people crowd surfing and line down the block. It was like crazy.
Yeah. It's hard to even get into that place when Panic's going on sometimes.
Yeah.
You don't come early enough.
And I mean, we get people that want to come through and play. Like we've had Midnight Conspiracy come through and play, and like just random people that are just coming through have heard about Circus, and they're like, just want to stop in and play. And we're like, yes, okay. So
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool to know that Circus has kind of made a name for itself, even though we're in the middle of nowhere.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And in a relatively short time too.
Yeah, I mean, 5-6 years. It's been kind of like went by really fast.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, just to gain so much momentum, though, even just like in the first year.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a rough ride.
Yeah.
Man, the crowds like come in and out. Like you'll get a real douchey crowd, and then you'll get like a real like bro crowd, and they're just like amped up and just want to fight.
Oh,
But luckily, those people have stopped coming. So
that's cool.
But yeah, like last Saturday, the crowd was insane. Like the dance floor was just like packed all night long. People just wanted to dance, and it's been a while since we've seen that. So
That's really cool.
Wasn't there a point at Circus where there's a lot of people that dress up in crazy costumes and come out?
oh, we have like people that are furries that come out all the time. It's awesome.
See, I thought
Interesting.
isn't there a dress code there now?
I think the dress code is just like don't
No tank top.
like no tank tops and shorts. It's just like don't look like a bum, basically.
Right on. So the furries
Yeah.
still come out.
Oh yeah,
Man,
That's interesting.
it's pretty awesome.
it makes for a fun visual at the party.
I wish we had more like drag queens and like people that dressed up all weird because we just want it to be like a super eclectic, like fun experience.
Yeah. And that's the third Saturday of every month?
Yeah, it's coming up
Okay.
this coming Saturday.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
We need to get this out then.
I know, yeah.
I guess not
Yeah.
like you guys need more promotion. You guys are doing well.
Yeah, I mean I think so, but I mean can never get it promoted enough because it
True.
seems like people start showing up that are like, how have I not known about this? And I'm just like, man, we've been here forever.
Yeah.
But you would think by now Tulsa's so small, but people still like think that there's nothing going on downtown for some reason.
That's true. They do.
Yeah, I'm like, there's everything going on downtown.
And there was a coworker at my job, and she's only 22, I think. But she loves going to like the Life in Color stuff, and she likes to go to like the big cane shows. But she never goes out, to like local stuff. They just and I'm noticing there's like a demographic around there that do like to go to the big shows. I mean, she doesn't because she's got, a mom, but she talks about her friends too, and it's like there's like a whole demographic out there that's just not getting out. They don't. I guess that maybe they don't know that there's good music going on locally,
I think it does come down that they just don't know. Like they don't pick up the voice and read what's going on in Tulsa. They just are on Facebook, and if that's not in their group of friends, they don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I mean, Circus doesn't exactly go out of their way to promote to anybody in particular. It's like if you hear about us, you know about us when you show up, and it's working. But like as far as I think, like the South kids, like way out south, and I just don't think they know about us yet.
Yeah.
Well, even if some of those people did pick up the voice and read through who's playing and whatnot, those names aren't going to mean anything to them.
Right.
That's a good point.
That's true,
too.
yeah.
Hell, even half the names when I'm reading through it, I don't know who they are.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
true.
like I'm always out. But
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, Tulsa is just like an freaking amazing music scene. Like I've just gone out and not even known who was playing, and then just always end up loving who's playing because Tulsa just has like a huge talent pool.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. We do produce some great stuff around here. It is. Sorry.
We also have a lot of time on our hands here. Yeah, we don't have these long commutes and whatnot, so you get to really hone in on your craft and do the best you can with it.
Well, I think we just have a lot of dedicated people. They're very.
No, we don't have any of those.
Well, they're just very, energetic. They're really into the craft because they love it, and it really just shows when they're playing. It really just it has a quality.
Right, the passion for the...
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the word I was looking for. Thank you.
You're welcome. But it's true, though. I mean, everyone we've interviewed this far, you can see why they've been doing it as long as they have, or getting into,
Or
it's
just
interesting.
even just go out to listen to some of the bands.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think there's maybe very few that I went, not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's always interesting. There's,
I think I saw an 80s cover band that was just absolutely horrible. That's the only time I've ever been like, who the fuck are these people? Like,
Where'd you see this at?
it was downtown at one of the festivals, and it was like very generic, like 80s cover band, and it was like absolutely horrible.
What's with some of the music these festivals though? Like
I
I'll
don't
look at
know.
like the bands and stuff, and we know a lot of bands and artists and stuff, but we'll look at some of the festivals. And we're like, who are these people? Where are you finding them?
Yeah. Who's in charge of
I don't
that?
even know any of this. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, it doesn't even have any kind of, I don't know, they don't go together, like there's this lineup that's just random.
Well, it's just more of like
Or-
usually like when they pick them and I
Never
go out
heard
and
of
listen
it.
to them.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
just nothing. Yeah.
It's like we have such a great talent pool here. It's like, why didn't you just pull from right here? Like, what are you doing? Where are you finding these people?
Right.
Yeah, I don't. A lot of the times, like people that come through, and then you kind of look them up, and then you like research them, and then you realize like they come from money and had bought their likes and have bought their
Oh.
followers, and then you
Yeah.
meet them, and they're like the most terrible people you've ever met in your life. Like, ugh, it's really disgusting.
Yeah. What's a different personality too? The ones that are actually like funding and building the festivals and whatnot. They're not. They like the festivals. They like music, but they just don't know much about music, and
Right.
they generally don't really get the right people involved to help them pick the music, and it just kind of gets weird.
Yes.
You're making weird noises.
Yeah.
man.
What's going on over there?
Oh, you don't
We
want to
need
know.
Hitchens to mute you. I don't know if anyone knows by now, but Hitchens is Justin's cat.
Oh
Yeah.
Let the world know.
After like last episode, they're just they're like imagining somebody over here just pushing
Right,
buttons.
pushing buttons. It
fucking
is
with us.
actually the cat. He'll have his own show shortly.
Probably. Yeah, shit, I'd probably get more likes than we have.
Probably.
Cats
He's
trump
very
everything,
talented. Yeah, cat videos trump everything. Period. Pictures, videos, whatever. Well, that's all you said to me, Justin. So I'm pretty sure it trumps anything you're watching. Have you seen this cat video? Do you have cats, Kylie?
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So I do too. We all love cats. So
How many cats do you have?
I have two.
Nice.
Yeah, my cat and my girlfriend's cat.
Nice.
Do they DJ?
One tries actually. Every time I get my equipment out, he wants to get on top of it or lay down right when I'm in the middle of doing it. He just wants to get on it and lay on it.
oh no, exactly right in the middle of anything important. That's when I
Yeah.
want to just.
Oh yeah.
Well, like back when we had turntables at the old party house, DJ Pip would. Well, that's how she got her name, Piper. She would jump up on the turntables and start playing with the records.
Nice.
And so we all gave her the name DJ Pip. Well, then I had some of my controllers set up one day, and I was in the other room, and all of a sudden music started playing in the house. I was like, what the hell? Walk in, and Piper's just sitting there playing on the controllers.
Nice.
Like, all right, well, living up to your name.
Yeah, she's funny. That cat is weird.
They're all weird. You can
yeah,
tell they're
they
my
all are.
cats.
Yeah, they are.
All right, let's get off the cat thing. Jesus
Let's do it.
Christ.
This has been just a lot of cat talk.
We had Sam on last night. He loves his cat, so I had to get into that for a minute too.
Which Sam?
For like 10 minutes. Sam Probst.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that became a conversation. But
Every person that I know that DJs has a cat
I've noticed that.
or more
it's
than one
interesting.
cat.
Yeah.
What do you...
What is-
Oh, no, yeah. So you do hair, though. Because I've
Yeah.
also noticed a lot of us do IT work or some kind of like technical work. I've noticed, too. That's a big thing.
I cut hair. I'm a stylist,
Nice.
but I know a lot of computer savvy friends that also DJ.
Yeah. That's kind of weird. How long have you been doing hair now?
9 years.
Nice.
So you've been DJing longer?
Yep. Since I was 18.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
Which salon do you work at? Or,
I work at Ilof in Utica.
oh,
Square.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
very cool.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Can you book Milo an appointment?
Oh, God.
Right.
Yeah,
Sure.
look at him.
I need
He needs help.
I need help. I'm getting ready to suffocate on my beard.
We won't let that happen.
No,
I think it looks fine.
I talked
Yeah.
to someone. I think it's all gonna go soon.
The whole beard?
I don't want any of this anymore.
Time for a change.
It's time.
Well, so what got you into DJing again in the first place? It was just sings. I don't think you told us yet.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it had a lot to do with MTV.
Okay, yeah.
I remember seeing Salt and Peppa, and then I was like, "Who was that?" And then I figured out who Spinderella was, and then I went out like looking. Did you ever like get into magazines like at one point?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
yes.
I would like go looking for like the magazines that would have Salt and Pepper or Spinderella or like any article on how to do with her. And this was like before really internet.
Yeah.
So you like, had to go look for all this stuff. So I was like obsessed with Cinderella and Beastie Boys
Oh, nice. Yeah.
and the Fat Boys.
I love the Fat Boys.
Right on.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favorite songs is "Protect Yourself, My Nuts."
Nice.
I love that.
I used to watch Disorderlies, that movie that they made. That was really bad.
Yeah.
And
Good
then
stuff.
I got older, and then I got a job at City Lights. I was on Brookside, and it was like right next to Zatz, which was like the freaky.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, these kids are so cool. I was like, I want to get to know who these kids are. And then I found out that they were hanging out at this place called the Icon, and this was like before I had a fake ID. So I was just like, I'm from Mounds, which is like super country.
Okay. Yeah. Well, small.
Oh yeah, very, very small. And I was always kind of the weirdo, I guess. Stuck out like a super sore thumb. And so I got to know these kids and snuck into Icon and got up on the toilet when they were doing the curfew, and then coming out after and staying out all night, and then realizing that there's someone there playing the music, and I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. And then I was just like obsessed with the DJ at the time, and then started going to Retro Night at Kane's, and that's where I met Sean Kibble, and it was all over from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I found some boys with equipment and bugged them to show me.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember Icon. I used to go. I mean, I loved it. And
It was
Zats and
crazy.
the
Yeah.
whole and City Bites. The whole scene.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I moved here, I guess, after all that shut
Yeah.
down. So
Yeah.
I
And
can
I
see
found
that.
out where Thing One was, and then started spending way too much money and time there.
Have you seen the new commercial with Salt and Pepper?
Yes.
I loved that.
I actually liked it too.
I thought it was pretty cool, really. I was surprised. I was like, what's going on here? And then Spinnerell's in the elevator.
Yep.
I was like, that's actually pretty awesome, really.
I think so.
I haven't seen them in years.
What's the commercial for?
Insurance, car insurance.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They're doing Push It. It's pretty good, really.
It is pretty good.
Yeah. But they all looked good. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how long it's been since I've seen them.
Well, there's
mean,
technically
at all,
supposed to be
really.
retired. Like one of them, like found Jesus and is like way religious, but
oh wow,
yeah.
that'll change things.
But yeah, it's a fun commercial. If you have to,
I've seen it.
send it. Oh, you did see
I've
it? Oh,
seen it,
yeah.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Well, you can love Jesus and still like the cars that go boom, right?
I would think so. I don't know why
I
not.
don't see a problem there.
Yeah.
Or that's not Salt and Pepper. That's
No.
Tiga and Bunny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, well, you could do that too. I'm like, where are you going with this?
Huh.
Just smiling, nodding on that.
Yeah,
one.
no,
Yeah,
it
I
was
could
just-
love Jesus and listen to anything.
I thought it,
Oh my
I really
God, that
thought it
rate.
was
I
Garth.
know.
I thought it was Garth Brooks.
Oh, God.
I could love Jesus and listen to Garth Brooks. That goes hand in hand. Ultimately.
I love how we just keep doing full circles tonight.
Yeah, that'll be good.
We talked about God and cats and
Yes.
Garth Brooks.
What have we left
Yeah.
out?
Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
yeah.
there's so many things.
That sounds like that's about it.
We summed it all up.
Don't limit us to just
No.
those things.
I feel like there's a very filled, well-rounded life right there.
Well, that's
God, cats, and Garth Brooks, right? Is that what? Am I missing?
That's what it
one?
was, yeah.
That's what it
so
was.
that's what
Yeah,
it
that was a trifecta right there.
Yeah, man, it's a holy trinity.
You guys are all about your tangents tonight.
So yeah, so growing up in mountains, that would be probably you wouldn't have any access to anything. I mean, really,
No, I mean,
wouldn't have seen it all or anything.
as soon as I got my license, I was like, I'm gonna get a job in Tulsa,
Yeah,
and yeah, I wanted to find out like where all the weirdos hung out, and I finally found them, and then kind of changed my life.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We love weirdos.
Yes.
They're the best.
Especially though, like, you know, early mid 90s, like we were
Oh
all
my
kind of
gosh.
disconnected anyways before the internet and stuff.
Oh
and
yeah, it was such a good time.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it really was.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I mean,
Well, it was weird, just how you could find people without having to text and talk or whatever. You just showed up and there you were. It
Yeah, it
was
was
not a
usually
big thing.
Go find like a coffee shop, and there would usually be a group of weirdos there.
Right? Yeah.
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 I think people were definitely more personable back then.
Absolutely.
But there's just something about the collective consciousness that we have now that's really nice too. It's like, yeah, good and the bad, but
yeah.
we've got a lot more music to listen to and whatnot. I mean, it's
Oh,
all
yeah.
out there. Everything's out there, right there at your fingertip.
Well, it is. Yeah. Takes away the
Takes the sexiness out of it a little bit.
yeah
a little
the-
bit.
Yeah, 'cause it's fun
Yeah.
to try to stumble upon something on your own and discover it, and not just
Yes.
have it right there.
Exactly.
I guess you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
So, what do you think is the sexiest way to find music now?
By accident, where you're like, holy
Yeah.
shit. And it gives you goosebumps. Like, I have to find out what this is.
Well, and I think too, like, back in the day it was all about, when we say this all the time, but, traveling to different places and looking for records, and that was your search. But now I feel that, the internet's just so crammed with music that you just have to go through a whole bunch of crap
Oh,
to
yeah.
find the good stuff. So
Oh,
you're
yeah.
still digging. You still have to search. You still have to put in the work and the effort. It's just different. So you can just sit there in your living room and do it. But
Yeah, every day I go through, I have a blog list, and it's about 100 sites long. And so, like, seriously sifting through so much dumb shit. Like, literally,
Yeah.
like, the most awful shit you ever heard in your life just to find, like, 2 good songs.
yep.
It is so frustrating.
But then when you find that 1 or 2 good songs,
Yes.
you're just like, oh, I can't wait to drop this one. That's
Yes.
it. That's why I was looking.
Exactly.
That's a long blog list.
Yes.
Are you still adding to the list too?
Every once in a while, I feel like I've pretty much found, like, the really, really good sites. But if I hear about something else, then I'll give it a try. But most of the time, the really good ones don't last or hang around very long for some reason.
Well, that sucks.
That does suck. What sites are you liking right now?
The Golden Scissors. It sounds like it's for hairdressing, but it's a music site. And I always go to Hype M or Hype Machine. That's like probably the first ones I go to.
Nice.
And then I can't think of the other one I was listening to. I
No, it
think
was.
same stuff like Ear Milk. Stuff like
Okay.
Yeah, I know Ear Milk. Was it? Did Hype Machine end up coming out with? Is that a .fm?
Yeah, they have like a
they're,
streaming
like-
thing.
Are they the people that also did Cowbell.fm?
I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Well, what's that?
It's just another music site.
Oh, okay.
Like, what is last? Is that last.fm? Is that?
Oh, yeah.
Last FM.
I want to. It's either. I want to say it is actually Hype Machine did the Cowbell. But yeah, it's just another music thing. I haven't been to any of those things in forever.
8 tracks.
8 tracks.
Good tracks.
That's a good one. I've found a bunch of stuff I've never heard of in my life on there. Good
Interesting.
stuff. You can connect with people pretty much all over the world and like see what their playlists are, and you can rate them. It's pretty cool.
That is really cool.
Do they put out 8 tracks a day?
It's kind of like
It seems like a good format.
it's like Pandora, but you can make your own playlists and people make their playlists, or you can make a station, but it's totally commercial free.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
that is cool. See, I always like trying to find playlists of people that, have a couple tracks that I really like. And the whole idea of, well, if they like these tracks, surely they like something else that's along the same
Exactly.
lines that I'm really going to like.
I'm like that too.
So do you have to pay for them, or you just download? Or it's just downloading.
It's totally free. You can actually get it on your phone. Like, I'll plug it in like on trips and stuff because it's commercial free, and so I'll find like all kinds of crazy playlists, like their ID tags or whatever you can choose from, or like chill, and then like under chill they have subcategories like trippy or electronic, and it's just like
Oh, wow. So
it's very specific. So yeah, check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, speaking of sites and stuff, where can people find like your mixes or stuff, and
I have
where are you at?
a lot on SoundCloud right now, but I think I'm gonna have to get rid of it because SoundCloud's sucking a big one lately.
Yeah.
So I have stuff on SoundCloud. I think it's SoundCloud DJ Kylie, and then I think I also have stuff on Mixcloud under the same, and then Facebook DJ Kylie 918.
Nice.
I think that's it.
Are you the only DJ Kylie out there?
Yeah, I think there's one in Australia, but I think I'm the only one that's got the where it's like not authorized, but
Copyrighted, trademarked, what?
uh,
You mean
verified.
yeah, verified.
Something like that. Yeah.
What does that mean? Is that?
They make sure you're you.
Yeah.
They do it for
I
like
mean, I don't know.
artists and stuff like that. Just to kind of confirm and kind of lock in your name, kind of way
Yeah.
too. I think, but I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about that actually. What do you have to do to get verified?
I don't know. I think I thought it happened like right after I bought the DJKylie.com. And then like it was like 2 weeks after that there I got that thing that says your account's verified.
Huh? So you didn't even have to do anything; they just did it. Interesting.
Yeah, I
Well,
guess
glad
maybe
to
if
know
you own
you're
the domain, then
I guess so. I don't know.
yeah, that's
Weird.
interesting. I don't know. much
I have
about
never
that
looked
either.
into that.
Yeah.
So do you do any own producing any songs? Or you just
I've just been kind of making mashups. I have a ton of stuff I've been working on, but none that have been put out. Like I've just kind of been scared shitless to do it.
yeah.
Do you ever play them live?
I have a couple of times, and I was like surprised at how well it did go over. But then I was like, I'm super, super hard on myself, and I like constantly doubt and go back and rewrite, and then I'm like, forget it.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah,
Too much. I
yeah.
can't do it.
Like
yeah.
I've come close to like just to tears on stuff before. Just like, ugh. It definitely will drive you insane.
Yeah. What do you use to do on the production side of things?
I use Logic Pro, Massive. I have Ableton. I don't use it a whole lot. And then I use a bunch of plugins from like Camel Fat.
Yeah.
I like a lot of their stuff.
Massive's cool. I've messed around with that a few times.
I've not really got a lot of luck out of Massive, to be honest.
Really?
Just like a
I had
little
a hard
bit of stuff.
time with it.
It's
It's just not set up how I think of a synthesizer.
I've been using Alchemy, which is awesome.
Alchemy is pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
I've actually made some pretty cool stuff with that lately. I've had way more luck with that.
That's really cool.
I think I had Alchemy on my iPad at one point, and it's so much fun to like do the XY pads and stuff. And
Oh yeah. Especially when you have it all MIDI mapped and you can start like tweaking the shit out of everything.
right.
And get some crazy sounds.
Massive confuses me though, because like I just want to know what everything actually is, and I feel like they label things funny sometimes. Like I don't like it whenever you're working with a synth and it's like a lever that's called like airiness, and you're like, what the fuck is airiness? Like I get the concept, but like what are we changing right now? Like just tell me that this is like an LFO and this is my cutoff and my resonance, and here's ASD. I just want the normal shit. Just normal names, please.
But it's airiness.
They've created their own things.
I know.
That's what it does. It's
Yeah,
airiness.
it blows wind.
Oh, Jesus. Now we're back to Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Everything orbits around Jesus. We live in Oklahoma.
So you started out playing. You said, what was it?
What?
Well, you said you started out playing, and you said, well, I can't remember what you said it was called. Something.
Booty House.
Yes.
And then drum and bass.
Okay. What's Booty House?
It's like DJ Funk. I was really into DJ Funk. Do you remember the song, the Ass and Titty song?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like Miami bass-ish, like Two Live Crew kind of, but like
Oh, okay.
kind of like that stuff.
Okay.
Make that booty clap.
Yeah, like
Who is that? Like Eats Everything or something? Or
that's been
That-
sampled like forever.
is
Yeah.
it? Yeah. The I'm thinking of the Dirty Bird release from like a year or two ago.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Dirty Bird kind of ended up in this booty house area. It's not how it started.
No, it's
But-
very weird.
It ended up kind of more that direction.
They started bringing on all those new people, and they were like
Hmm.
getting weird with it.
Went straight to the ass.
Doesn't it always?
No, it doesn't always.
It doesn't always. It's a preference thing.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Do you still play a lot of Booty House?
You know, I will totally forever kick myself for selling. I sold off my Booty House vinyl collection, like, it was a while back. Like, definitely about 10 years ago. And I don't know what I was thinking at the time. I think I needed the money. But I sold about 80 records to another DJ here in Tulsa. Yeah. But I've kind of started getting back into it now. But you can't go back and find stuff that was on record now on digital. Like, it's really hard to find some of the old stuff.
Some of it can be, yeah. Do you like scour Discogs trying to rebuild that collection? So
I try to when I have the time. It's just like so hard to like go through all that stuff.
yeah, you should just call that DJ back up and be like, hey, can I
Are you ready to let go of this yet?
get
Yeah.
I already
that
tried.
recorded?
I tried.
Oh, did you?
He was like, no.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Yeah.
Man. Like, can I get half of it at least? Oh,
No. Totally bummed.
that sucks. So how many records do you have now still? It just,
I'd say definitely over 1,000.
Wow.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And that's primarily all DJing records, or do
A
you just
giant
collect?
chunk of it is just like collections I've gotten from like family members, or like I've bought record collections from people for like $20 before.
Oh, that's a good deal.
Oh yeah, people just don't realize that there's still people still want them. So like I bought 5 crates of records off this lady one time for $20,
Dang.
and it was like full of good stuff.
Awesome.
So
Yeah, no kidding. That's a really good deal.
yeah, I have a pretty big record collection.
That's really cool. Sounds very eclectic as well,
Oh, yeah.
too.
Oh man,
Just
so
buying
much
random
weird
stuff up.
Yes.
And, yeah.
Do you
I
have-
just-
Oh, go ahead.
I'll just buy stuff if it has a weird cover just to see what it'll sound like. Like if I've just never heard of it.
Yeah.
Do you have a certain way you organize them or keep them in just...
They're just like all
Willy-nilly,
over.
yeah.
I keep telling myself one day I'm gonna sit down and like I got all the clear oversleeve like the covers to go on them. Like I just keep telling myself like I'm gonna sit down one day and go through these and put them together and alphabetize them, and it never happens.
Yeah.
I've never made it through my records and organizing them.
I mean, it sounds like a good idea when you get started, and then you just kind of get halfway through and you're like, fuck this.
Yeah.
But with that many records, like, you know, going through and just playing some stuff. I mean, I know you obviously pull out what you want if you're going to a show, but if you're ever sitting around the house and you're just like, there's this one album I want to play next. And
Yeah.
it's,
Somewhere
in here.
That's
Yeah.
where I am right now. It's kind of like hell. I'm like, I know I have this record, and then I start looking, and then I get sidetracked by other records, and then I forget what I'm looking for.
Oh, yeah.
That's usually how it goes.
Well, that's an interesting point, though, too. You know, you never know what you're going to do next. I mean, you always run into something else. You're like, I want to play this. And you find this. And you're like, oh, no, this will do.
Yeah, I kind of have a general idea of where some stuff is, but for the most part, it's just like all over the place.
So you're thinking of alphabetizing it all, though?
I thought that's another thing. Like, how do you organize your records? Like, should you
Right.
alphabetize it, or should you genre class it?
I try to
Right.
do more of a genre thing, but the only genres I've actually kind of developed sections for so far are like electronic section, where I also throw in rap, and then I have my funk and disco is just like overflowing.
Yeah.
So I need to make another box of funk and disco.
I can't figure it out because I have a bunch of compilation like albums, and then it's like, how do you put that? So
Yeah, no, some of them get really tricky.
Yeah, that would be hard to do.
And then
Especially
I have a
when they- then
sample
just-
section. It's like, these are the records that I'd want to sample.
Okay, well, I do have like a sample crate going.
Yeah.
But even if you're talking about doing it alphabetically, like, do you know the names of the artists and songs of everything? Or are you like most DJs that know the artwork cover more than
Yeah,
anything?
well, like I have a ton that aren't even labeled. Like,
Yeah.
you just have to write on with like a piece of tape on it. Just make up your own names.
Yeah, and then how do you classify that and then alphabetize that and then That would be.
Kylie,
That would be.
I think you're just screwed.
Yeah, I wouldn't even
You're
mess with
just
that. Yeah.
Can you hire someone for this type of
You
shit?
can hire someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
What if you don't like the way they do it? Like, wait, that's got real crazy. There's too many subcategories, and
I just remember because you guys know Pete Doerr's basement, and he's got crates full of records everywhere. And Marcus Lang was in town, and they were down there playing. And Marcus was like, "Hey, you know that one song? Can you find it? I want to hear it." And Pete's like, "Oh yeah." Just start flipping to him. And Marcus pulls me aside. He goes, "I got it." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Well, I mean, I got the digital one. He's never gonna find it in his collection. Let's just see how long it takes." Because he wanted to play, so he got Pete off the tables by doing that. In about half an hour, Pete was still just going through crates trying to find it.
Nice.
Marcus was just pointing and laughing at him. I was like, "You're such a dick." I don't think Pete knows that story. I don't think he knew Marcus. He does now.
He probably doesn't.
no, he won't know now.
He listened to his episode only, I'm sure.
Repeatedly.
Oh, behave. We love Pete. Whoa. Squirting beer.
You turn it into a fountain?
I apologize about that. Wow.
Well, at least
Sorry.
you didn't spit it at the guest.
No, I directed it towards Justin, so sorry about that. This is what we do. Sorry. I mean, good times. Learning about
I don't know. Sometimes we hold it together.
When?
Sometimes.
whenever have we.
I think once. I think it's happened. Don't ask.
I'm trying to recall, but
Doesn't matter.
no.
So
that's a lot. You work at the salon and you play that many nights a week. I mean, that's a lot to do. Really? I mean,
It's really, really hard on Saturday mornings.
oh, I bet.
'Cause after you're back at work at 9 o'clock in the morning, and then I don't get out of Dust Bowl till 2, and then you can't go home and go to bed right away.
Oh, of course not. Yeah.
So I'm usually like going on about 5 or 6 hours of sleep on Saturdays, and then work till 5, and then go do sound check, and then try to get a nap in. But normally it's like I have to spend time with my girlfriend because we don't hardly ever get to see each other. So it's like it gets really, really exhausting.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet. I mean, that's full time everything.
Oh yeah,
You know.
I just feel like sometimes I don't even have time to like do anything else.
right. And relationships kind of take a hit sometimes
Man.
too, with all that much
Yes.
work and music, and I get yelled at all the time.
Yeah, I get yelled at and give like stink eye and
Yeah.
yes.
It's hard to find a good balance that makes everybody happy.
Yes.
I've given up some time because I used to be, before I got in this relationship, I would do music 40, 45 hours a week at least. And now I'm like 15, 20. And there's times I'm just like, I just really want to do music. And I'm like, but, okay, hold on.
Yeah,
I
it's
gotta-
a hard.
yeah.
It's like hard because you're like, man, I'm so motivated to do something right now, and then you're like, but I can't get up off the couch right now in the middle of a movie.
Right.
Yeah,
You're right.
And it's not that you don't want to spend time with that person. It's just that you've just got that itch. And you're just like,
Yes.
oh, man, I really want to do it.
yeah. Like I'm off like Sundays and Mondays. So like today, I just like wanted to work on music all day, but it's like we gotta spend time together, and
Yeah.
not that I don't like spending time together, but
Right.
like sometimes you just feel bad because that entire time you're like thinking about all the stuff you want to do.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we all get that.
But you can't let it show.
Yep.
Well, so Panic. Who's playing this weekend? Is it just
It's
this?
me, Dawn, and Eli.
Okay, I didn't know if anyone was coming through.
Eli Stevens? Right on.
But you guys usually kind of have a few rotating though too, don't you? Or are you just down to you three now?
Yeah, like
Really?
it started out with me, Jack, and Dawn, and then it was just me and Dawn for a long time, and then Eli's been with us since April.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I thought
guess,
for a while, I
mean,
thought you guys had some
that's what
other
I thought,
rotating
too.
ones
We had a
coming
bunch
through.
of guest people like a couple of months ago.
Okay.
I guess that's what I was thinking of too. That maybe that's what made me think that you were having rotating guests, but or just
Every once in a while.
yeah. What is wrong with you?
I don't know why
I'm
he's losing
sorry.
it. Yeah. He's,
I'm gonna spit my beer on you again. Stop it. I really will too.
so do you have
Yeah.
some like all-time favorite gigs that you've ever played? Or all-time worst gig?
Or
I
both.
definitely have had some all-time worst gigs. Like, I think the last all-time worst gig, I showed up to play, and it was like on a Wednesday night. I can't really say where it was, but like I showed up, and there was a woman and her husband there, and she was probably in her late 40s, and her husband was in his 50s, maybe 60s, and they were like plastered, wasted, drunk. And like I walk past them with all my shit, and I'm like going to set up, and she, I guess, noticed that I'm up in the DJ booth, and so she starts yelling at me to play, like, so play that song, blah blah blah. And I was like, the bartender's like, man, she just got here, you're gonna have to give her a minute before she starts playing anything. And like they just go back to drinking. Well, like 5 minutes goes by and she starts yelling again, and I was like just ignoring her at that point. And then about 10 minutes later, I see that she's like standing like right here, kind of next to me. Yeah.
Yikes.
And she was like, don't you have that song, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I mean, you're going to have to give me a little bit. I'm just getting set up. And she was like, just kind of like starts yelling at me and like telling me I'm the worst DJ ever and all the stuff and the other. And I don't know what happened. Something just kind of snapped, and I just full on punched her.
Oh,
my
really?
gosh. Nice.
She was like kind of bent, like she was going to reach for something, and I just happened to just be coming at the right time and just hit her square on the forehead.
Oh,
And
that's
like
awesome.
kind of like knocked her back. And anyway, security carried her out, and
Nice.
that was probably one of the worst.
But maybe best, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of a good
I
story,
know.
but
Don't
not the
you
way I'd
love
want to
the-
start a night.
No. But don't you love it when you can't control and something like that happens? It's just like,
It was kind of
you know
like
what? Here's
something
what you
else
got
took
coming.
over.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got this coming, so here it is.
Yeah. I just didn't have any control. It just kind of like happened.
Yeah.
That sounds really exciting.
I know. I like that story a lot.
Yeah.
So is the guy with her not doing anything?
He was really wasted. Like security was like, all right, we kind of had enough, and like kind of escorted him out, and we got him home. But yeah, I punched an old lady right in the forehead. She's not old. I shouldn't say late 40s is old.
No, but that's awesome.
That is really good. Are you still playing Fayetteville here and there, or no?
No, I haven't played Fayetteville in probably about a year.
Okay. I remember that show. It was an all-girl DJ show or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that the last one?
I think that was, yeah.
How'd that go?
It was pretty good. It was a lot of fun. Like
Yeah.
I met those girls from Arkansas. They were really good. I can't remember their well, Supernova was one. She was really good. I can't remember the other girl's name. Yeah.
Does that mean she wasn't as good?
She was really good. I can't remember her name. She was like a really cute Asian girl.
Where did you guys play there?
That's a good name. Really cute Asian girl.
That's your new name.
It's a place that's right next to the taco place.
Oh, on the strip
Yeah,
there.
like
Yeah. Start with an M, maybe.
George's
George's. It's-
Majestic Lounge or something.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
George's. That's it.
But you've gotten to, if I'm trying to remember the shows and stuff, but you played Canes a few times, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What shows did you play at the Canes?
I opened for Ghostland Observatory.
Oh, nice.
The Animal House tour with Bro Safari and all those guys.
Yeah, that's right.
And then who else? Oh, I opened up for MGK a couple of months ago.
Cool.
So yeah, those are probably some of the crazier, awesomer shows.
Yeah.
Right
I
on.
can't imagine playing the games. That'd be fun.
It's terrifying.
Yeah. I bet.
Yeah, like I think when I got to do the Ghostland, like it was sold out and people were there before anyone even went on. So like I went on and everyone was there. Like it was packed.
Packed house, yeah.
So like I was just like trying not to shake. I downed like 3 shots of Jack and like almost puked right as I was going on.
Oh my gosh.
And then it's like kind of just like a blur.
Yeah.
Yep, just trying to keep it together.
That would be nerve wracking though.
It
would.
You know, oh my
It's
gosh.
hard because you want to do a good job, but then you're like, as soon as you look up and you're like, these people are staring right at me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's terrifying.
Because it's different. It's not like a club. They're there to watch a performance. So
Yeah.
they're already in that mode.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, even if you're not what they're there to see, they're in that mode of, I'm going to stand here and watch you, and I hope you don't suck. Here we go.
Yeah, and if you do suck, they'll let you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you
Well.
should get out there and just like fuck up right off the bat, and then the rest of the set will go smooth, right?
No,
Well, that's
I think at the Bro Safari, like my shit just like started messing up like right off the bat, and I was like, oh my god, I just sound checked, everything was working fine, I don't know what's going on, and I was like, how am I gonna like, oh god, I was like, just about walked away and was like, I give up.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh no.
But it was so scary, but I figured it out and just did internal mode like on both sides because my CJ just like would not work. So yeah, that was a little terrifying.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
And it's hard to, as well, like when you have something, especially in the beginning of the night, you know, have some technical difficulties, it's hard to bounce back from that.
Yeah, like right off the bat, you're like,
Yeah.
shit.
And you're already like, well, this sucks. And you're already pissed off. And like you have to figure out what it is and fix it. And then after
Yeah.
that, you just keep going, well, I hope it doesn't happen again.
Right.
And that's all you can think about. It's hard to
Yeah.
get back in that groove and,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah, that would. I can't imagine. It'd be stressful.
It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That's too another reason why I like, the way we do a lot of our shows, we do like 45-minute sets, me and somebody or whatever it is. So if the first set sucks, you have a reset time. You can just kind of walk off and go, okay,
Yeah.
pull it together, have a drink, and then get back up there and do it,
Yep.
How do you guys usually rotate at Panic?
Sometimes we'll do 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes, just depending on what everyone's kind of like mood, really.
Yeah. But the other gigs, it's just you, right? Like the Dust Bowl stuff.
Oh yeah, the Dust Bowl, it's just like me for 4 hours, just whatever.
Yeah.
That's fun though. I mean, really, I guess just to be able to do whatever you
Oh, yeah.
want, not,
It usually
about-
goes by real fast because once you start getting going, it's just kind of like, it's a lot of
in
fun.
the zone. Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of like time traveling a little bit. Just kind of goes by real quick.
Do you feel that those shows are maybe less stressful than doing like the Panic shows, or about just the same either way?
I mean, every time I DJ, I still get like this really weird nervous stomach, like no matter, every time,
Yeah.
all the time. Like on my way there, I'll get like that weird tingly nervous. I'm like, ooh.
I usually get it after everything's set up, and then I'm like, oh shit, this is real. I
Yeah.
don't think about it the whole time until everything's set up and sound
Now I
checked.
have
I'm
to
like,
get up here and do this.
oh shit.
I
that's
get
right.
it like at my house while I'm getting ready, and I'm like, try not to get freaked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really like weird.
Yeah. It's easy to fuck yourself up that way too. I overthink things and get too stressed out, and
Me too.
I've ruined shows that way. I
Oh,
probably
yeah.
would have just been fine if I would just relax and just did it. But no, I can't let that happen.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I totally screwed myself a couple times being like that.
Yeah. All right. So when are all the shows coming up again? You do Panic is every third Saturday, but are you at Electric Circus every Friday and Saturday then?
Every Friday at Dust Bowl, except
Okay.
for the last Friday of the month, I'm at Enzo. And then I'm at Circus the first 3 Saturdays for New Jack, Hustle, Boom, and then Panic is the third Saturday.
Okay. So you take the fourth Saturday off?
Every once in a while.
Nice.
But this And then we have the crystal ball, the New Year's
Right.
Eve.
Oh, what's going on for that? Is it
All 3 rooms. It's like the masquerade type New Year's. It's been fun like every year.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then
Yeah.
turned up Thursdays every once in a while.
Every once in a while, just when Eli asks me to come out. But I usually go even if I'm not playing because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And did you say there was something on Tuesdays every once in a while?
Robotic Wednesday every once in a while in
In
OKC.
Oklahoma City, yeah. Well, cool.
Yes.
Yeah. That's,
You guys have anything else to ask? Anything on your minds besides Jesus, Garth Brooks, and cats?
that's all I've got.
I figured.
Yeah, they're doing laps chasing each other in my head.
God. I've got that mental picture now. Thanks. All right. Well, Kylie, thanks so much for coming in. We
Yeah,
appreciate
so,
this.
so great
Had a lot
meeting
of
you.
fun.
Thanks
Yeah.
for coming out.
Good times. Thanks.